everybody, Nails of Norway are back again, and today I have a package for you from Modelones. It is 6 bottles of gel polishes. So let's dig into this box and see what they have sent me. I have already checked, but you can see what they have sent me, and we will do a review of them. And I will probably do a design on these nails, that is why they are buffed and dry, super dry, sorry. Yeah, just a minute. Well, I had to put some lotion on my hand because it's autumn in Norway, and the first thing you notice that on is your cuticles and your fingers and hands, of course. So let's dig into these gel polishes. And I have a whiny dog, so we'll see. So there, finally I got rid of the dog, so we can go on with the video. Do not mind my nails, they are a little bit of a mismatch. I think I'm going to do the sign with these gel polishes on this hand, that is why it is matte and rugged. And this one is also, I had a long, what is it called? A French almond? Yeah, I think so. I have just shortened them, and as you can see, nothing fits, and a lot has been shaved off. And I also going to put gel polish on this hand soon, so that is why I just had to put on the top coat because it looked really horrible. So over to these ones. These are again 6 bottles. I'm going to take them out and then you will get a better look at them. So here they are. This collection is called Sweet Candy. So they are candy colors. So it says, just like life was like a box of chocolate, you never know what you're gonna get. Candy is the same. What kind of taste is the one that you belongs to? We need to experience and explore. I think it will be fun. And this is a code that you can scan if you want through my video, and you can get some tutorials on other gel designs. And they have a little pamphlet with, okay, it says a little bit of safety thing, how to prepare your nail and how to apply the gel polish. And they also comes with some tips on how to do things and how not to do things to get a beautiful result, and also how to remove them, and some problem solving tips. So that is actually quite handy to get a little bit of some tips if you're having some problem. So let's take a look at them. These are, as I said, a 10 milliliter. That is, oh, you can see it. I'm not sure if I can say it. 10 milliliter is the same as 0.33 fluid ounces. That is a normal size for a gel polish. And this set do not cost a lot actually. It's reasonably priced, so you can follow my link in the description box if you want to take a look at the price. I do not have it in my head right now. And they also have other colors set. But now we are going to check out the candy set. So let's just take a look at the colors, and then I'm going to show you the swatches. This is, I always have a hard time explaining this color, but you can see it. It's a dirty pink, as I call it. And this is the swatch. This is number 0520. It's beautiful color. I took 2 coats and they covered beautiful in 2 coats. You just have to work a little bit with the colors, but then you get a beautiful result. Here is 0522. That is a beautiful coral color. it looks clearer in real life. It is beautiful coral. And then we have a yellow, MO0524. It's a beautiful bright candy color yellow. Beautiful color. And this is the swatch. And this is the MO519. It's a beautiful purple. That is a color that I love purple. Love these. I am definitely going to use one of these in my design, or this in my design, I think. Definitely, and I think that's a contradiction in itself. So, well, this one also looks a little bit different in the camera. It looks a lot brighter in real life. It is beautiful. And then we have MO523. And this is also that kind of what I always refer to as a old rose. That is what we call it in Norway. Old pink, old rose. I have no idea what that translates to. The beautiful dusty pink. I think so. Let's call it a dusty pink. And that is this color. Beautiful. And we also have really beautiful swatch is this one. It's a beautiful, beautiful pink. So let's see what I can come up with these colors. These are absolutely gorgeous and beautiful and bright candy colors. So onto the design. So over to the voiceover, and let's try to do a really quick tutorial in here also. So starting with the sanitizer, of course, and always do a little or use some primer. You can use primer only on the tip of your nail if you want to. If you have shorter nails, there is no need to a primer on the whole nail. And when you're doing a base coat, your base coat needs to be really thin, especially the first coat or the coat, the first base coat needs to be thin to get a really good grip into your, especially your natural nail. And of course the nail plate should be buffed, even though it's artificial nail or a natural nail plate. And clean, of course, no cuticles that's in the way and so on. And cure the first layer of gel, base gel. I like to take 2 coats of base gel, because the second coat you can actually, if you just have a little tiny infill, you can use that as an extra little infill. You can also build a tiny little apex if you have shorter nails. You can fill in lumps and bumps and so on. You can also do that with the top coat. And you can see that I go in with my cuticle pusher here. You should have done that in the beginning. In the beginning. I will do that in my next nails. I will show you. Because there is something that is really clever about doing that just before you start putting on your color. Well, do not mind my mess, because I'm actually working with my non-dominant hand. So this is really a huge challenge for me. And my thumb is also pointing away from me, so I cannot actually see my cuticle area or my cuticle line. So I'm like a snake. I'm bending all around. My hand is totally twisted. It's crazy. But you can take, if you do not want to go all the way up to the cuticle area, just take a smaller and thin liner brush and go around the cuticle area as close as you can, because when that cuticle that you pushed away, that will just go find its place again, go down again when you're finished with your
application, and then your application will look so tight and smooth, and you will not see any transition from the color to the the cuticle. Sorry. So here I'm doing it right. I'm starting to push back the cuticle before I start with any base anything. So sanitize and primer again, and my camera cut out. So I have already put down my first base gel. This is starting really well. Yes, I know. But you will getting really bored of me putting down some gel. I promise. But I'm going to give you some small tips to get this gel application neat and nicely. If you haven't done it before or just need a little tips. So yeah, the first tip was actually to push back the cuticle, as I said, because then you have a couple of millimeter extra to work with, so you get that extra room to get that color up in there, and then it closes and it looks so smooth. And of course use a liner brush when you do not dare to go any closer, because you will leave a mess. So it's better to leave a little gap than leave a mess. So here you can see I use my base coat as a little infill. You can see I have a couple of millimeter with infill there. That should have been dealt with, but I wanted to use my hand as as a dummy. That is what they are for. I I do that all the time. That's how a YouTuber's life is. So when you apply gel polish, I'm working with my non-dominant hand, so this is going to go slow, but it's better to go slow than hurry up and make a mess. And I really struggle here because I do not have a place to get support with my hand or my finger, just a finger. You can, I'm just going to explain it a little bit better. You see that brush? The hand that holds the brush should have support. You can just use your pinky to put it on the hand or wherever you get the support. Use your pinky as support, and you have so much more control over your brush than just brush out into the open air. If you know what I mean, because it is really hard if you do not have support while you are brushing on the brush strokes. So here I needed to go a little bit closer. I always want to go as close as I can, but then I just hit my cuticle. I always do that. Yeah, but it's better, as I said, to go slow. Not always. And I was pretty good this time of color. That needs to be really thin. I will soon show you how you take the brush out of your... I might have showed you that already. I'm not sure. I'm just talking. Let's see. Well, scrape off your brush while you are taking it out of your bottle. So you scrape off the one side of your brush, and then you put the other side on your nail plate, so you do not have a lot of gel on your brush, because the smaller amount of gel that you have on your brush, the better it is, because you can always go back and take more color than blobbing on too much color and just making a mess. And the first layer should be really thin. That so thin that you need to go in a couple of times to pick up more color. And that is also something to do with the adhesion, and also so you do not get ripples and it get gooey and you just have to do it all over again, and that is not necessary at all. And the second layer can be a little bit thicker, but not thick, just a little bit thicker. This color was actually quite hard to work with. I struggled a bit, mostly because my nails are so curvy. I always get a little pressure that that I have more pressure on one side than another, if you know what I mean, or on the top. I have more pressure on the top and in the back, and so I get patches all the time, and I just get so frustrated. So I get brush, brush, brush. That is all I do. So that is why I went in a third time with this lighter color. It ended up being a little bit thick for me, but it was okay enough. I took as thin strokes as I could possibly do to prevent it, and it worked out quite nicely. I also am going to do something on top here, so it's always nice to have a smooth and thin surface so they do not look like big lumps when you're finished. So nice and thin strokes are a must to get a really nice result. And of course, do not hit your cuticle area. That will cause lifting, and it also do not look good. Because if you cure that before you have cleaned it, it will stay there. So I think I was pretty good with the painting or application while I was doing my working with my left hand. So, and in the camera and away from my face, and yeah, it was it was not that easy, but the colors were really beautiful. I felt like I actually made a little bit. I always want to do so much with the design, so it ended up being too much. Yeah, that's my problem. You will see. Maybe you have seen it in the beginning, but you will see what I do. So, yeah, as I said, you will get bored of seeing me applying gel polishes. But they do get neat though, don't they? So here they are. The what is it called? Oh wow, the design is on. I took some makeup sponge and dipped it into the dark purple and the bright purple, and made some dots and clouds and whatever you want to call it, and flash cured it. And also took a decal that I had. You can see the number on the side here if you want to try to find some of these on AliExpress, Amazon, wherever you want. And you also need a white background, because if you took a purple decal on top of a purple nail, it will not show. So you need a little bit more white in the back than it is on this decal. So you can just press it down until it's almost semi dry, and you can put a top coat on, and that works fine. And I'm using Modelones top coat, base and top coat from a recent review that I did from them. You can watch those if you want. I did polygel review last year. I can leave a link up in the corner for you if you want to check that out. And here again I go in with a white background before I put on the decal. And also when you cut out the decal, you need to remove the plastic bit in front of the decal. If you do not do that, you will have a struggle to get that decal to lay smooth on your nail. So go over with the top coat right away, and the top coat also should have actually the top coat should actually be the thickest layer of all of your gel polish layers. And you can also, if you want to, take two coats of top coat. If you, for instance, have some design like I have here that pokes out a little bit, any kind of design, that then it's okay to use two coats of top coat. And here I tried my Makartt foil glue for the first time. I was actually not that sure about how I was going to use it. I am just a girl that go ahead and do it. I do not do any research, anything, I just do it. So please leave a comment if you know how long this should be in the oven. in curing, how long this shit needs to be cured, because I'm not sure. I found it that I had to rub really hard and long before I got them on. I just flash cure them for about 15 seconds and an LED, and I rubbed and I rubbed and I rubbed those flowers into my nail, and still they were not perfect. So I really struggled, as you can see. So maybe they should have been in the oven in the lamp longer, but I was so afraid that the glue was going to go away. So I really want to have tips. I want to have people telling me what to do rather than sitting and making a lot of tests. That is just not me. I just do it and figure it out as I go. Yeah. So again, on my thumb with the foil glue, I found out that it was better if you put on a quite thick layer. When I felt a little slight burn in the lamp, then I knew it. Then it always stayed on really nicely. And I'm not sure if I should put it on. I felt like also that it sticked when it was warm rather than when it was cold. I am not sure if that is correctly either. Just my feeling. And I guess that's almost complete my design. I am just going to put on my final decal. Look how gracious I put on that white. It's so horrendous. It's horrible. But when you're working with your left hand and in front of a camera, you do what you do. So this is the final decal, and then I put on the final top coat, and we have the final result. So then I am going back to my voice over regular video, and I will leave it or finish my voiceover there.
So here we have the color and my little but long gel polish adventure. Looking at my little screen here, it looks like a hot mess, but I actually think it came out kind of nice. a lot going on, but I know now that I did not need to be that fussy about that pink, because I felt that it did not cover that well. It covered after 3 coats, so no big deal, but it got a little bit thick after 3 coats, but I ended up covering it with so much other colors and decals and so on. That was absolutely no big deal. So I'm not quite sure what I was doing or thinking, but this is the result. Please comment down below if you want to, and I hope you like this video, so give it a huge thumbs up. And of course subscribe if you are not subscribed to my channel, and hit that green notification bell so you get updated when I get a new video out. And also watch my other social media on the screen here or in the description down below. And the links to Modelones will also be in the description down below. So bye bye for now, everybody. Bye bye.